So we're talking about commercials again tonight because we have a really great training coming up. I want to make sure you guys can make an informed decision about whether or not you want to invest in this because we think you should. It really is fundamental. And I'm calling tonight's training how to 10x your voiceover skills and start booking your dream jobs. So first of all, a quick reminder to turn your phone off so you can give us your undivided attention, because this is your time for you. So you're going to discover why now is the perfect moment to take a fresh look at the commercials niche, especially if you've been thinking of only doing audiobooks and e-learning. There might be a home for you in commercials. And how to take advantage of your newbie status to snatch commercial gigs from the mouths of seasoned pros. Why commercials voiceover is the smart choice for any economy. Good, bad. We're always selling. People are always selling. They're always buying. Where to find the best commercial voiceover opportunities. And I'm going to give you a quick checklist of resources to get started, plus details about the new commercials masterclass coming up in just about a week. Right, Donna? A week and a half? David Brower is going to be hosting this and taking you through it. So that's why I've invited him here tonight.
Yep, can't
So,
wait.
yeah. So you're going to discover how to book your first or your next voiceover commercial for clients who pay good money for your voice. If you've never been to one of our webinars, would you please come in the chat and type first time? Go right ahead. If you're brand new, so we can welcome you. Hey, Susan Angrisano. Hello, nice to see you. Same thing for Christine. Welcome. Welcome, Chuck. Welcome, Glenn. Welcome, Chuck. Welcome, Chuck. Welcome, Chuck. Why am I hearing echoes? Welcome, Chuck.
Oh,
Welcome,
that's
Chuck.
weird.
Welcome, Chuck. 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 Welcome, Chuck.
Well, now
Welcome,
you're
Chuck.
muted, and that's
Welcome,
not
Chuck.
helping.
Welcome,
That's
Chuck.
I
weird.
keep
Chuck.
hearing
Welcome,
welcome,
Chuck.
Chuck,
Welcome, Chuck.
welcome, Chuck,
Welcome, Chuck. Welcome, Chuck. Welcome,
the
Chuck. Welcome,
gremlins.
Chuck. Welcome, Chuck. Welcome, Chuck. Welcome,
Did
Chuck.
you hear
Welcome,
that?
Chuck.
That is
Welcome, Chuck. Welcome, Chuck.
wow.
Welcome, Chuck. Welcome, Chuck. Welcome, Chuck. Welcome,
Susan,
Chuck.
go
Welcome,
off.
What is
Chuck. Welcome,
happening?
Chuck. Welcome, Chuck.
Yeah.
Welcome, Chuck. Welcome,
That
Chuck.
is
Welcome, Chuck.
Donna,
Should I like?
welcome,
Chuck. It has nothing to do whether I'm muted or not. Welcome, Chuck. Welcome,
Let's
Chuck.
see
Welcome,
here.
Chuck. Welcome,
Yeah,
Go
Chuck.
out and
that
come
is
back in.
Everyone. All right.
well.
David. I hate to say it.
Oh, it's David. Yep.
That was kind of
Oh.
cool. That could have been like an interesting,
Hip hop song.
a little.
Oh no! Oh,
Background to a hip hop song.
LaShawn and
Welcome, Chuck.
Esmerna.
Welcome,
Yeah.
Feels welcomed now.
Tony, lots of new people. Welcome, guys. You get to see the fun, kind of crazy stuff that happens when you're doing live classes.
That's right.
That was interesting.
We're
Wow.
not canned, and I don't know what happened to
David, if you can call in, I'll send you the call-in information. We can at least hear your voice through the phone.
Exactly. Or maybe
what
if he logs off and logs back in, Donna?
He can try.
Try that, David. Just go away and come back, okay?
And I'll send the dial-in information as well.
How embarrassing for David.
Yeah.
I mean, it said welcome, Chuck, at least 100 times.
At least. Okay, so come back. We
Kevin
got
said
as
it
far.
had a nice rhythm.
We got as far as.
It had a good beat.
If you're
Not sure we could dance to it.
All right, so a bunch of people have never been here before, so welcome all you guys.
Let's hope they come back.
Chuck, welcome, Chuck. Especially. All right. So listen, this presentation is for two types of people. Beginners will get a step-by-step formula to help you break into commercials. More experienced people get a step-by-step formula to help you go from where you are to where you want to be in voiceover. Donna, I see David's still here. So you can like cautiously try to unmute him now and then to see if that works.
I don't know.
So David is a former radio personality. He's been on the air for 28 years. He ran an ad agency and then became a full-time voice artist in 2008 after losing his corporate gig. And after training with us, he now has clients in more than 85 countries. He records audiobooks for Archway, which is a division of Simon & Schuster, and is in one of our most in-demand demo coaches. And look at this, guys. You might be thinking, yeah, commercials. Well, it's like a $72 billion industry spent on only TV and radio ads. And that doesn't even include YouTube, which is a $31 billion ad spend. We know, right? Anytime we're on YouTube, what do we see is the ads. Podcast advertising is already up over 1.9 billion with a B and growing. And you know what? You don't even need an agent anymore to start working in commercials. I love doing commercials. Deborah, do you?
I love doing
I
commercials.
love them. I mean, ever since I just have so much fun. The first, do you know the first voiceover I ever booked was a commercial for Purina Horse Chow.
I was going to say dog food, but that's right. Remember.
Horse chow, horse chow. And I had,
Yeah.
of course, had never been on a horse in my life, but I had so much fun doing that. I was the voice of Topsy Tail years ago. Remember that little plastic thing that turned your
Ponytail.
ponytail into a
Turn your
fabulous
ponytail into a
hairstyle?
fabulous hairstyle. That is
Yeah.
the voice of my childhood right there.
If you're getting bored with
Actually, I
your
was
hair,
older
but
than
it went
that.
like this. If you're getting bored with your hair, don't despair. Now there's an exciting new look with Topsy Tail. Do you know that sold $50 million worth of Topsy Tails?
Oh my
Did I
God.
get a cut of that? No. I got a measly session fee, but I didn't care. I got a great story to tell.
Mhm, that's right.
Yeah, I did a lot of like direct response as seen on TV stuff. I just love it. I love to sell. I love hard sell. It's just a lot of fun for me. So you guys are brand new and you actually have a voice quality that Deborah and Donna and I envy, which is you sound real. Not that we don't sound real, but we've been in the industry for so long, you start to develop a kind of polish. And I don't know about you, Deborah, but I had to work really hard to get rid of any trace of announcer voice.
Oh yeah.
Because I came from radio. You did too, right? You
Yeah,
were,
I did come from radio. I never developed announcer voice, but what I always have to watch out for is that polish.
yeah.
You know, whoever thought that you'd get specs that say we don't want the polish, we don't want it sound like a real person, and that
Yeah. And we're like, wait, I'm real. What do you mean sound like a real person?
right,
But yeah, so you guys are brand new.
yeah,
And the fact that you're not as polished as Deborah and I is actually in your favor.
exactly.
And that's why I think when I booked my first commercial it was a national spot, because everyone else was so polished, and I just like just a girl reading a script about horse food. But anyway, you have that, and we teach you how to keep it, and the announcer voices we're saying can even be a liability, and we can, if you happen to sound like an announcer, no fault of your own, maybe you have that deep booming voice, we can teach you how to get rid of it. We specialize in that. So, this is a great niche for any economy, Deborah. I remember during the pandemic, it was a terrible time, but one thing was that we voice talent were working like crazy.
Like crazy. It was the best thing to happen for us.
It was in terms of work. First of all, we were home anyway, and
Yeah.
we know how to work from home because we all have home studios, and you guys should or would or will, if you stick with us. And in any economic downturn, which inevitably happens because it's all cyclical,
Mhm.
advertising becomes cheaper. I see David there.
Can
Hi,
you hear me
David.
now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no, I don't know what, we'll
We
talk
still
later.
can't
I don't
see
know
you.
what the heck happened, but you
Yeah,
sound fine.
there's no camera, but sorry.
You sound
Oh,
great.
we hear you fine.
Yeah, you sound great. That's a good way. Anyway, we're talking about advertising in down economies. Uh, Recessions are actually fantastic for voiceover.
Mm.
Not that good times are, but in a recession, ads become cheaper and they keep advertising to pick up market share. And during the pandemic, what was going on was that everyone was changing their scripts because, like, if they were in travel, nobody was traveling anymore. If they were a bank, they were giving special deals for people. If they were healthcare, everything was associated with that. So everyone had pandemic specific ads that were running. So everybody's ads needed to be recut. So that was kind of great for us in a way. And I just talked about that, and we were busier than ever during any kind of downturn because there's a lot of changes to the scripts. And This is America. People love to buy. We are just nonstop. And the consumer sentiment rules the economy. And today, there are more places than ever to run advertising. Deborah, what are some of the most unusual places you've seen where there have been ads?
Well, I traveled quite a bit recently. So definitely in the airport and you're sitting down, you're looking at those little teeny screens. I mean, and just the voice. I mean, even on the plane, just everywhere. There's ads in yeah, TMI, but I mean, you could be sitting in the bathroom and there's
I know, I was going to say there are ads in restrooms. It's
oh, I
crazy.
mean, it's
There are
like,
ads on
ah,
there are ads on gas pumps, right? I mean,
yes,
everywhere. There are ads in the supermarket, there are ads in the drugstore. That's called point of purchase radio.
yeah.
So listen, you guys don't need us to tell you about the pervasiveness of advertising. David, do you have anything you want to add to that?
It's everywhere. I mean, you can't go anywhere, be it the gas station, the grocery store, the drug store. I mean, there's ads everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why we're here tonight. That's why we're doing this training for you so you don't miss out on this niche. So, where do you find commercial opportunities? Unlike other niches, this one requires auditions. Any way you cut it, you have to audition to get a commercial opportunity. And they're actually auditioning is actually part of the fun, and
Mm.
it's part of being a voiceover professional. I love to audition.
I love to audition.
So
I
much
love to
I
audition.
just did one for Desert Diamonds, and
Oh,
you listen back, and it's after you've edited, so it's very important that you have that home studio. After you've edited it, and if you feel you've done a great job, it's just wonderful. It's what a feeling.
it is, it is. So we get those auditions two ways. Number one, through agents. They
Mhm.
send us on the audition, or I mean, and this is the biggest thing in the last 20 years in voiceover, is that there are subscription services known in the industry as pay to play, where you pay a fee, an annual or a monthly fee, and you get auditions right into your inbox, and no agents are needed. And you can get quite many, many, many auditions on these services. And you can also get commercial opportunities on Fiverr and Upwork. Fiverr and Upwork are sites for freelancers. Fiverr's very busy. Upwork as well is another freelance site. No agents are needed for either of those. Referrals from friends and associates. 62%, David, of your business came from referrals in your second year in the business.
Yeah, I was really blessed, man. I lost my corporate job, and thanks to training with you, 3 weeks later, I took a leap of faith and went into voiceover full time. And all my contacts were in the automotive industry, so I did pretty much nothing but car commercials for the first year. And then as I started to diversify, and I remembered one of your trainings about referrals, all of a sudden, at the end of the year, I'm going, holy crap, I got 62% of my business from referrals. So I continue to put referrals on my email messages, on my invoices. I ask for referrals all the time.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And of course, your own contacts. And I teach you this in my trainings. I call it Mike to Money. So there are all these different ways that we can get opportunities for commercials.
Mhm.
Now, what do you need? Well, like anything in voiceover, you need a broadcast quality home studio. And many of you have already taken our home studio masterclass. We recommend it highly. It's actually fundamental, and we don't even let you do your demo with us until you take it, so you can record from home. But you need at least a USB mic, which plugs right in, or a condenser mic, which plugs into an interface. You need a sound treated and a sound isolated space. Sound treatment is the sound around you, right? And the sound isolation is like soundproofing, try to minimize the outside sound that comes in. And a lot of people can do that right in a closet, believe it or not.
And do it
They
from the
do it all the time, right? Or and there's all kinds of ways we help you figure out how to make it in your space. And then, we teach you how to use a free software called Audacity. It's a great software.
Mhm.
Thousands of people, maybe millions of people use it, and you need headphones. That's about it, guys. And it's a few $100s, really. in gear to get started. And you need a demo. So this is a niche guy. Well, all of the voiceover niches require a commercially produced demo. Mike Shively, hats off to you. I don't know how many demos does Mike doing now? About 5?
7.
7?
Oh
No,
my,
4, not
Yeah,
7.
no, he's gonna have 7 when he's done.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, he
Woohoo.
is
every
he's
niche
signed up for all of them. Yep.
That's great, Mike.
I
Congratulations.
put him in my will.
Yes. So, you know, we teach you how to do this as well. So and you do, by the way, in a moment, we're going to tell you about this training we're doing on commercials. You do not need a demo or even gear to come to the training. You need to know how to audition too. That's really important because that's a different skill, isn't it, Deborah? Auditioning is not
Yes,
like actually doing the job. How would you define the difference between auditioning and actually recording a gig,
well,
Deborah?
the beauty of auditioning is that I love the two take thing. The client, the voice buyer, will give you what we call specifications, what they want, the person to be, to sound like, to da da da. But then, so you do that. You go in your studio and you be whatever it is to the best of your ability, whatever they ask you to be. But then on take 2, you get to show them what you'd like to show them. And I always say, please don't forget that you're an actor. So be an actor, act. You don't have to just be you because you're limited, but being an actor, you're not. There's just, within reason. So I find that to be a lot of fun. I love auditioning, and I'm usually in my studio late at night after work auditioning.
Yeah, that's great.
It's wonderful.
It is so much fun.
Great practice. It's
It
great
is.
practice.
It is. It's like you're planting your flag every day saying, you know, I'm a voice actor. This is what I do. And guys, don't worry. You don't need acting training to do this. I never had any.
Yeah.
David, did you?
No, absolutely not.
I never, Deborah came from an acting background. I never acted a day in my life before I did voiceover.
No, I was the announcer guy in radio. I was
Yeah.
anything but acting. Yeah.
Exactly.
I had
Anything you
1
want?
quarter of drama in high school.
Wow.
I did
Uh,
50 cents. Is that the same thing? Probably not.
Anything you want to add, David, to what I just said?
Well, it's, when you're able to work with one of our coaches, Deborah and myself, we all love what we do. We all take great pride in what we do. We all want to do our best to bring out the best in you. And the nice thing about being new to this industry or putting your toe in the water is you don't know what you don't know. And that's our job to teach you and help you learn and help you gain your confidence. And so, yeah, this course that's coming up is going to be invaluable for that. Getting in a place where you can get a commercial, get a demo going is going to be important for that. So we just want to help you succeed, and that's why Susan put this team together. We just love what we do, and we
We
want to help.
do. But and you know what it is, there's no right way to be either.
No,
That's each
absolutely.
person brings their own unique thing. But let's keep going here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, you need a little bit of courage too, and that you get the more you do it.
Is that the lion or the Tin Man? I forget.
Yeah.
Oh,
And we're right next to you, right beside you as you move forward. So now I want to talk a little bit about, I mean, this is the one thing. I mean, I am a student of marketing, as a lot of you guys know. So learning how copy are the scripts that we read, how the people that write those scripts, how they think is really, really important. And it's another thing that we teach. So I want to give you a little bit of a preview of that. So there's 3 questions that every copywriter asks before they start a project. Number 1, who's the audience? What is the product? And is it something that helps alleviate pain, or does it help people make money? Does it move them away from pain or toward greed? And what's the motivation of the person to buy? What's the emotion there? So, this thing about audience is, I think, really, really important. That's really a starting point. Who am I talking to? And I don't just mean like a big, broad group of people. I mean, who's that one person that I'm talking to? And because in voiceover, and especially in commercial voiceover, you talk to one person at a time, and you get really intimate with that person. And you need to be able to tell me everything about them, like what their name is, what they look like, where are we when we're having this conversation, what's my relationship to them. Really, you're talking to that one person, and we get those clues from the script. They never tell us who we're talking to, really rare. But you will have a script with like many clues. You know, you look at a product and you have to intuit who would likely be using this thing and why would they buy it? What's their age range and what are their needs and their wants, their desires? And then the product itself. It's something that overcomes any kind of pain, if not physical, emotional pain, or does it promise things like freedom and relief and, you know, attractive to the opposite sex and all of those things? And what is the motivation to buy this thing? And sometimes that motivation is a little sneaky, like I'm gonna walk into a room and all the other women, not necessarily even the guys, the women are gonna look at me and go, "Where did look at those fabulous shoes she's wearing?" You know, it's a rare man that would look at a woman walking into a room and say, "Wow, where'd she get those shoes?"
Yeah, exactly. Susan,
Depends.
it's so interesting, just the one quick thing about, talking to one person and everything.
Yeah,
Today I was on the phone with one of our new students, and I remember he read a script, and it was the A1 steak sauce script. And he read it, and he just read it. And then I kind of veered in and I said, "Now, is that how you would say it to your wife?" Because I asked him who he was talking to. And he said, "Oh, my wife, we're at a restaurant, blah, blah, blah," because, picturing the environment that you're going to be in. And he said, "Well, no." He said, "I wouldn't say it that way to my wife." I said, "Say it the way you would say it to your wife." And it was a totally different thing. And he was like, "Oh my God, when you told me that, to really have a real person there, and I said it, it felt so good."
yeah,
And it sounded real. It was authentic.
right.
So that
That's
is
so
so
much fun.
important.
That's a
Yeah,
big,
it-
big turning point when a person is able to do that in their reading
yeah.
of scripts.
Well, and
Amen.
the
Go
other
ahead, Dave.
element, that's a huge element. But one of the other elements is what does that person want to hear? You know, in their mind, if you're trying to pitch them a product and you know their audience and you know what they're about, what do you think they want to hear? What's going to be the emotion or the fact or the whatever that's going to really trip their trigger? And try to put yourself in their head, in their mind, in their shoes, and get a feel for what they're about, in addition to the physical and the look and all that kind of stuff. So embracing the person, embracing the product, and realizing that what 90% I think of all buys now are based on emotion. So you got to have some call to action that has emotion in it.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's fascinating. It really is. For example, it's fascinating that women make more car decisions than men do.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And it's great to see so many more women doing ads for cars, which was once a male dominated thing.